When the last of our cities fell and the skies turned to storms of ash, we gathered what remained of the council in the underground vaults beneath the ruins of Karthos Prime. The vault's reinforced walls shuddered with distant bombardments, and the stale air smelled of defeat. High Chancellor Verwin sat slumped against the war table, his once regal robes now ragged and stained. Around him, the other 6 counselors waited for him to speak, but the words would not come. It fell to me, Admiral Serenkale, to say what we all knew but dared not admit. We have no more fleets, I said, my voice echoing in the dim chamber. No more orbital cannons. The planetary shield grid is dust. The Xypherians will breach these vaults within days. Counselor Thera's eyes were hollow. Then it's over. Not yet, I said. I produced a sealed data chip and placed it on the table. Its faint blue glow lit our desperate faces. There is one option left. Chancellor Verwin looked up, eyes sharp for the first time in weeks. The humans, he whispered. Thera recoiled. You would call them? They're worse than Xypherians. And yet they win, I said. Every war they fight, every horror they face, they survive. They adapt. They retaliate tenfold. If we call them, if they answer, they will come for blood, Thera spat. They will burn our world along with the Xypherians. We will be a footnote in their conquests. Better ashes than enslavement. Verwin rasped. He gestured weakly. Play it, Kale. I pressed my hand to the table surface. The chip flickered, projecting an ancient, half-forbidden communication protocol. The human contact code, a relic from centuries past, when our ancestors quarantined Earth behind interstellar treaties and blockade fleets. Back then, we feared their aggression, their unpredictability, their primitive rage. Now we prayed for it. The counselors watched the sequence complete. The encoded signal bouncing off decaying satellites and deep space relays until it vanished into the void. How long? Thera asked. If they answer, I said, soon. They don't waste time. We waited 3 days in the vault. Above us, the world died piece by piece. Reports filtered in, last stand at the Polaro Ridge, overrun within hours. Coastal defense battery silent. Refugee convoys intercepted, turned to drifting wreckage. I spent my hours staring at the encrypted channel, willing it to flicker back to life. On the 4th day, it did. A voice, harsh and mechanical, filled the chamber. This is Captain Arlen Shaw, United Terran Reclaimers. Who's calling? The counselors flinched at the name. Reclaimers was what humans called a fleet they said when they meant to take back what they thought was theirs, or destroy what offended them. I stepped forward. Admiral Serenkale, Karthos defense. We request immediate assistance. The Xypherians have broken us. We offer whatever tribute or pact you demand. Just help us. Silence, but not static. There was a muted hum of human bridge, low murmurs, faint clatter of weapons being readied. Then Shaw spoke. Coordinates received. We're en route. Do not attempt to interfere with our operations. If you do, you become the next target. Understood. Sit tight, Karthos. Welcome to Reclaim. The transmission ended. For the first time in months, I felt something like hope, cold and cruel but alive. Thera collapsed into her chair, covering her face. What have we done? She whispered. But no one answered her. The Xypherians breached the vault walls the next day. The ground above split open in a thunderous quake as their tunneling drills melted bedrock. Our last guard squads fell screaming. I rallied the survivors deeper into the lower chambers, expecting to die in the claustrophobic dark. Then the world above us detonated in blinding white. Through the breach, we saw the sky boil with artificial suns. Orbital railguns fired from low atmosphere, streaks of molten metal tearing through the Xypherian dropships. The tremors of enemy drills became the thunder of human drop pods. And with them, they came. No gleaming armor, no ceremonial colors, just matte black plates, scorched from reentry, marked with teeth and claw insignia. They moved in squads of 5, pulse rifles humming, helmets featureless except for blood-red visors. We watched from behind cracked blast doors as they cleared the tunnels with merciless precision. No shouts, no mercy, just suppressed bursts of energy fire and hiss of incendiary grenades. One squad found us. Their leader, massive, scarred, carrying a sidearm bigger than my forearm, tore off his helmet. Gray hair, dead eyes. Captain Arlen Shaw himself. Admiral Kale, he growled. I nodded, unable to find words. He tossed me a combat stem. Get your people topside. Now. I scrambled to organize our battered survivors. We stumbled after the reclaimers through the smoking tunnels. Above ground, the night sky danced with the lights of human warships. Sleep destroyers slipped between Xypherian carriers like sharks among drifting whales. Ground batteries flared to life. Mobile artillery dropped in from orbit, pounding invaders with pinpoint strikes. The smell was chemical fire and ozone. I lost count of how many reclaimers passed us, each one faceless and efficient. They ignored our gratitude, our tears, our desperate questions. To them, we were background noise, targets to save only, because we'd asked and paid with our pride. At dawn, the Xypherians made a last push. They unleashed their war beasts, towering bioengineered juggernauts that had once shattered our fortress lines in minutes. I saw one of them charge a reclaimer squad near the old spaceport. The reclaimers didn't run. They swarmed it. They climbed its armored hide, tore out chunks of flesh with breaching charges, stabbed its eyes with vibroblades. When it collapsed, they left its corpse smoldering and advanced without a backward glance. 3 days. That's all it took. 3 days, and the Xypherians were gone, retreated into deep space, leaving behind only the dead and the broken. When it was over, the reclaimers did not celebrate. They assembled their dead in neat rows, tagged the wreckage for salvage, and turned to us. Shaw stood at the foot of the old Capitol steps, where Verwin and what remained of the council gathered to thank him. He did not wait for speeches. Karthos is under reclaimer protection now, he said. He'll provide orbital rights, resource access, and station privileges for Terran ships. Verwin's shoulder sagged. And if we refuse? Shaw gestured behind him. An entire human dreadnought hovered in low orbit, its cannon batteries trained on the horizon. Then we do what we always do, Shaw said. And you know how that ends. I watched Verwin sign the agreement, with shaking hands. I wondered if this was how the Xypherians felt in the enslaved worlds. Fear and surrender dressed up as gratitude. As Shaw's people raised the Terran flag over the shattered capital, I approached him one last time. Captain Shaw, I said. He regarded me with those cold eyes. Thank you. He studied me, then barked a short laugh. Don't thank us, Admiral Kale. We didn't come here to save you. We came here because we hate losing more than we hate you. He turned, helmet hissing shut, visor glowing red in the dawn. Remember that next time you make a call like this. They left us a world in ruins, but free of the Xypherians. And bound to them now, one more client world in the growing human dominion. As their ships disappeared in the clouds, I wondered if we had traded one conqueror for another. But in the silence that followed, in the ruins of our dead cities, we could at least breathe as our own species for one more day. And maybe that was worth the cost.